since 1968, serving our community with local news and sports. Covering Alexander, Burke, Caldwell, Catawba, Iredell, Lincoln, and Watauga counties. We are WHKY News.
Good evening and welcome into the Thursday, January 22nd edition of the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Topping our news tonight, the Hickory Metro is bracing for what is being called a major winter storm this weekend. WHKY's Ariana Mack has the latest on this potentially large winter blast.
We are expecting winter weather to return to North Carolina this weekend. It will impact the majority of the state.
Yesterday, Governor Josh Stein declared a state of emergency as North Carolina prepares for the impacts of a major winter storm. As of this report, the National Weather Service has declared a winter storm watch for some areas of North Carolina, Georgia, and South Carolina from Saturday morning through Monday afternoon. Governor Josh Stein had this to say.
At this time, our greatest concerns are potential power outages and road safety over the coming days. Ice accumulation may lead to power outages, and we recommend everyone keep their devices charged, have a flashlight and battery-operated radio on hand, and think about what you may need to stay warm and fed if you lose power. Precipitation and freezing temperatures may also make a mess of our roads, even with the 300,000 gallons of brine that NCDOT has already put down. Thawing and refreezing leads to black ice, so everyone needs to be careful on the roads for not only during the storm, but for a few days after the storm hits.
To prepare for winter weather, North Carolina Emergency Management Director recommended this.
As a reminder, ice accumulations of around a ½ inch of ice or more can cause an increase in downed trees or impact power lines and lead to an increase in power outages, as well as to hazardous travel conditions. Bitterly cold temperatures will move into much of the state Saturday and will last into Tuesday at this time. There are several important reminders if you lose power during this storm. Please ensure that generators are operated outside and away from open windows or doors to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. Never burn charcoal indoors or use a gas grill indoors. Properly vent kerosene heaters and make sure that all heaters have space around them to reduce fire risk. Use battery-powered sources of light instead of candles to, again, reduce fire risk. And make sure that you have plenty of warm blankets and clothing available.
We can see winter preparedness is in action locally. Residents are buying items in bulk, such as milk and bread. Stay prepared and warm. Visit readync.gov for more information on winter weather safety and preparation. For constant weather updates, you can count on WHKY.com/weather. I'm Ariana Mack for WHKY News.
Thanks, Ariana, and you can stay up to date on the storm 24/7 at our website, WHKY.com. The man charged in a LENOIR murder case was in a courtroom today in Caldwell County. 34-year-old Preston Kelly Page of Granite Falls was arrested Wednesday by LENOIR police. He's charged with second-degree murder. The victim was identified as 32-year-old Connor James Drum of LENOIR. Page is charged in connection to an investigation that was launched after officers with the LENOIR Police Department responded around 9:30 a.m. Wednesday to a report of a shooting at a residence in the 1100 block of Southwest Terra Place. When officers arrived, they found an adult male suffering from a gunshot wound. EMS responded and transported the victim to a local hospital where he later passed away. Page was jailed in the Caldwell County Detention Center without bond, and he was scheduled to make his first appearance in court today. District Attorney Scott Riley stopped by the WHKY studios for his monthly visit. I sat down with the DA to discuss a recent case. Joining us on WHKY News, as he does each month, is District Attorney Scott Riley, 36th Prosecutorial District. That is Burke, Caldwell, and Catawba counties. Thank you for coming out. Very chilly out there. It feels a lot like January. We appreciate you coming out in the cold and making the trip here to come on the air with us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You just recently concluded a case which involved a prison sentence of close to 20 years.
Right. David Jemison pled guilty to statutory sex offense with a child under the age of 15 years old, received a sentence of up to 19 years. He's 73 years old right now. Disappointing thing about this offense happened back in 2010, and so this person remained free from 2010 to 2025. The victim was scared to death. She just did not come forward until just about 6 months ago. So I'm glad that we were able to get justice for her. I'm sorry that it took so long, but that was the first case, one of the first cases that we handled on January the 8th, the first term of court of 2026. And we're hoping, we're building our trial schedule around the crimes of violence, crimes against children, and the trafficking of fentanyl and other controlled substances.
And with a case like that, so the statute of limitations had not run out.
There is no statute of limitations on felonies in North Carolina.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in as always, and we look forward to getting an update from you next month.
I look forward to it too. Thanks for having me.
Scott Riley, the District Attorney, 36th Prosecutorial District, that is Catawba, Burke, and Caldwell counties. He joins us with his monthly update here on WHKY News. Thanks again to the DA for joining us tonight. See an extended version of that conversation at the WHKY YouTube channel. In today's crime report, details on a new wave of text scams reported by the NCDMV. In local sports, Jason Savage has details on the latest win for the LR women's basketball team as they stretch their winning streak. In community focus, David Cedrone reports on the North Carolina Task Force on Child Care and Early Education. We are on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 p.m. on channel 14.2 and live at 5:30 on the WHKY YouTube channel and 10 o'clock on the WHKY Facebook page. We're also in multiple cable systems, including Compass in Morganton. I'm Rob Eastwood, and this is the WHKY News.
In a world of high car payments, experience the difference, the Paramount difference.
Paramount Kia is not in that world. We got 0 down, $349 a month lease on a brand new Kia K4.
That's the difference.
You got to come experience the Paramount difference, $349 a month.
ParamountKia.com.
In North Carolina, people on bikes are allowed to use a full road lane for their safety. The safest way for a motorist to pass cyclists is to change lanes when the other lane is free of traffic. It is not legal to enter an opposing lane with any oncoming traffic as shown here. Working together, we can make our streets safer for all.
This is Suit Up Sports. Suit Up Sports. Where opinions are as sharp as a tailored suit. No fluff, no gimmicks, just unfiltered, hard-hitting takes on sports and a whole lot more. It's time to suit up.
White flag is in the air, out front when it matters most.
Tonight's low is going to get down to about 57.
As they come to the line, and a big jump once again by Martin Truex Jr.
Larson to the bottom. He's got the lead off the top of turn.
LRN, keeping you in the race.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
WHKY Talk Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM.
Hey, grab me one too.
Our customers are very interested in interest rates.
And our interest rates are as low as 0% for 48 months on new Tellurides. 0% for up to 60 months on new Sorrentos. Plus no payments for 90 days.
Say that again.
0% plus no payments for 90 days on new Tellurides and Sorrentos.
Lower interest rate means lower payments at Paramount Kia in Hickory.
The following report contains real arrest records and law enforcement data. All individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Welcome back into the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Leading off our crime report tonight, the North Carolina Division of Motor Vehicles, or NCDMV, is warning North Carolinians about a new wave of scam text messages threatening license suspension, fines, and other penalties. The message claims that the recipient has an unpaid traffic ticket and directs them to a website that looks official but is not connected to the NCDMV. The NCDMV says we will never request payment by text. If you get one of these texts, don't respond. Instead, report it as spam and delete it. That's the NCDMV Commissioner, Paul Tyne. If you receive this message, do not click the link. Instead, report it to the Consumer Protection Division of the North Carolina Attorney General's Office at ncdoj.gov/report-robocalls. They track these scams and work with telecom providers to shut them down. You can also report the message to the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, by sending it to 7726. A Statesville woman is charged with fentanyl possession. 31-year-old Brianne Alicia Buckholtz was arrested by Hickory police officers. She's charged with possession of fentanyl and possession of drug paraphernalia. Buckholtz was jailed in the Catawba County Detention Facility under $2,500 bond following the arrest. A felony drug charge has been lodged against a woman arrested earlier this week. 51-year-old Shasta Clark Ball of LENOIR was arrested Monday by LENOIR police. She's charged with felony possession of Schedule I controlled substance. Ball was placed in the Caldwell County Detention Center without bond. A Wednesday court date was scheduled. Ariana Mack is up next with a pair of drug arrests, one from Catawba County, another from Caldwell County.
That's correct, Rob. A Vail man has been charged with Catawba County drug offenses. 36-year-old Jim Zong of North Highway 10 in Vail was arrested Wednesday by the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office on Catawba County charges. He's charged with 2 counts of traffic in methamphetamine, along with single counts of possession of drug paraphernalia, simple possession of Schedule II controlled substance, and possession of a firearm by a felon. Zong was jailed in the Catawba County Detention Facility without bond. A Thursday district court date was scheduled, and charges have been lodged against a Caldwell County woman. 25-year-old Tiffany Mae Dotson of Ray's Place in LENOIR was arrested Monday by Granite Falls police officers. She's charged with felony possession of methamphetamine and misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia. Dotson was released on $13,000 bond. A Wednesday court date was scheduled. I'm Ariana Mack for WHKY.
Thanks, Ariana. Up next, David Cedrone has details on arrests in Catawba and Alexander counties.
All right, thank you, Rob. Well, Hickory police have arrested a 31-year-old man on multiple drug charges following a weekend incident. Officers say David William Nizamov of Hickory was taken into custody Sunday, January 18th. He is charged with possession of fentanyl, 2 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia, and second-degree trespass. Nizamov was booked into the Catawba County Detention Facility under $5,000 bond. Court records show 2 district court dates scheduled, one on January 20th, the other on January 26th. And a Claremont woman is back behind bars after authorities say she violated conditions of her parole. 39-year-old Ashley Elaine Pope was arrested Wednesday, January 14th by Alexander County authorities. She is charged with parole violation, was booked into the Alexander County Detention Center. No bond, was released on parole in August of 2025 following a 2024 conviction in Catawba County for felony possession of Schedule II controlled substance. I'm David Cedrone for WHKY News.
Thanks, David, and that's our crime report for today. Thank you for watching. For WHKY, I'm Rob Eastwood. Stay with us. Jason Savage is up next with your local sports.
It's Nick, the Kia man at Paramount Kia in Hickory.
And it's the winter sales event going on right now.
What's that mean for you? 0 down payment available.
And no payments for 90 days.
Plus a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles under $20,000.
With big discounts on new Kias.
So you've got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory. 0 down payment available. No payments for 90 days. And a lot of quality pre-owned cars starting under $20,000.
And big discounts on new Kias. ParamountKia.com.
Get your Kia at Paramount.
High blood pressure, also called hypertension, occurs when the force of blood pushing against the walls of your arteries is just consistently too high. Now, this condition makes the heart work harder to pump the blood, which can damage your blood vessels and lead to very serious health problems like heart disease, stroke, kidney damage, and even vision loss. Now, high blood pressure typically has no symptoms, so it's important to monitor it. A blood pressure-friendly diet focuses on things like fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Reducing table salt is especially important. And regular physical activity, like a walk for just 30 minutes a day, usually can help lower blood pressure naturally. Now, if you can't walk all at once, take short walks throughout the day. Maintaining a healthy weight, stress management, and avoiding tobacco and alcohol are also keys. Now, consistent effort, blood pressure can usually be managed effectively. There's even supplements that might help. I'm Dr. Joe Esposito. I'll see you next time for another quick tip.
Rex Allen Theater is back on Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. on WHKY TV 14.2 with Kathy's Cooking, Interesting People, Hildebrand Cruising, and the Squatch Runners. You don't want to miss it. Channel 14.2 on free TV.
I want to tell you about Dr. Joe's Energy Boost Chewables. These things are amazing. Good, clean energy, no caffeine, no sugar crashes, and not even a hassle of swallowing pills. Now, these contain 2 ingredients. One of them is citrulline. Citrulline is an amino acid that opens up your blood vessels and increases circulation, even helps lower your blood pressure. And ginseng, this helps manage stress, keeps you focused, and gets you physically energized throughout the day. You can get these and all of our supplements on our website, drjoe.com. That's drjoe.com.
Our customers are very interested in interest rates.
And our interest rates are as low as 0% for 48 months on new Tellurides. 0% for up to 60 months on new Sorrentos. Plus no payments for 90 days.
Say that again.
0% plus no payments for 90 days on new Tellurides and Sorrentos.
Lower interest rate means lower payments at Paramount Kia in Hickory.
With your look at local sports from across the Hickory Metro, I'm Jason Savage for WHKY News. Catawba Valley Community College women's basketball snapped a 6-game losing streak yesterday with a 66-60 road win at Wake Tech Community College. The Red Hawks are now 4-8 overall, 1-8 in Region 10 Division II play, their first win in Region 10 play. They'll be back in action again for their next game Tuesday on the road at Fayetteville Tech. Meanwhile, the 7-game winning streak for the Caldwell Community College men's basketball team came to an end last night on the road against Gaston College as the Cobras would lose 72-62, marking their first defeat since before Christmas. Caldwell is still 16-3 overall. 3-1 in Region 10 Division I play. They'll be on the road at Richard Bland College. That game has been moved to tomorrow at 1 p.m. The Lenoir women's basketball team kept rolling last night at Schufert Arena. The Bears won their 8th straight, knocking off Anderson 81-72 in Schufert Arena. Lenoir shot just over 50% from the field and pulled away in the second half. Aliyah L. led all scorers with 19 points. After a slow start, Bears would close out the first quarter on a huge run, took a 43-33 lead into the halftime break. Anderson would cut the lead to 5 late in the third quarter, but LENOIR would answer in the fourth. Amaya Porter scored 12 of her 17 points in the fourth quarter, including 2 big three-point baskets. Rayleigh Bear added 17 points and 6 steals, while Abigail Brown finished with 12. 4 players scoring in double figures for the Bears. LR moves to 13-4 on the season, tied for first place in the South Atlantic Conference with a 9-2 record in conference play. Bears will be back at home again tomorrow when they face Lincoln Memorial at 3 p.m. That contest also moved up because of the weather. It was a tough night at Shuford Arena, though, for the LENOIR men's basketball team. 7th-ranked Anderson handed the 15th-ranked Bears their first home loss of the season, 102-96 Wednesday night. The Trojans set the tone early, never let LENOIR fully take control of this contest. Anderson led by double digits for much of the game and took a 46-37 lead into the halftime break. The Bears kept fighting, though, in the second half. They would cut the deficit to single digits on several occasions and pulled within 4 in the final seconds, but Anderson knocked down free throws late to seal the contest. For the Bears, Akili Evans led the way with 20 points. Conrad Lachinsky and Tyler Burstyn each scored 16, while Blesson Kimball would add 12, and Sam Martin finished with 10. Despite shooting better than 50% from the field, the Bears fall to 15-4 on the season. They're 9-2 in South Atlantic Conference play, however. LENOIR will look to bounce back when they take on Lincoln Memorial at home. That is scheduled for a 5 o'clock tip-off again tomorrow. And finally, Appalachian State women's basketball went 2 of 18 from behind the arc, falling to Texas State on the road last night, 63-49. Emma Smith led the Mountaineers with 14 points, but App drops to 8-10 overall, 1-7 in Sunbelt Conference play. They'll face Louisiana on the road Saturday in Lafayette. As always, more details and the latest updates can always be found at WHKY.com.
Our customers are very interested in interest rates.
And our interest rates are as low as 0% for 48 months on new Tellurides. 0% for up to 60 months on new Sorrentos. Plus no payments for 90 days.
Say that again.
0% plus no payments for 90 days on new Tellurides and Sorrentos.
Lower interest rate means lower payments at Paramount Kia in Hickory.
Weight loss is never one size fits all.
At the North Carolina Bariatric Institute, we support you with personalized care
at every step of your weight loss journey.
Your care team is led by robotically trained bariatric surgeons.
Our nurses, dietitians, and psychologists work together to help you achieve lasting, effective weight loss.
Visit us online to register for a free informational seminar and begin your weight loss journey.
Winter does serious damage to your roof. Every freeze and thaw puts you closer to an expensive replacement. How's yours holding up? Call RoofMax for a free winter roof assessment with no obligation. Our treatment restores flexibility and strength to your shingles, adding up to 15 years of life to your roof. And right now, you'll get a free roof tune-up with your RoofMax treatment. We'll bring your roof out of winter better than it went in.
The white flag is in the air out front when it matters most.
Tonight's low is going to get down to about 57.
They come to the line, and a big jump once again by Martin Truex Jr. Larson to the bottom. He's got the lead off the top of turn.
LRN, keeping you in the race.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
WHKY Talk Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM.
In North Carolina, people on bikes are allowed to use a full road lane for their safety. The safest way for a motorist to pass cyclists is to change lanes when the other lane is free of traffic.
It is not legal to enter an opposing lane with any oncoming traffic as shown here.
Working together, we can make our streets safer for all.
In a world of high car payments, experience the difference, the Paramount difference.
Paramount Kia is not in that world. We got $0 down, $349 a month lease on a brand new Kia K4.
That's the difference.
You got to come experience the Paramount difference, $349 a month.
ParamountKia.com.
This is Community Focus on the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. David Cedrone leads us off with news on the North Carolina Task Force on Child Care and Early Education.
Alrighty, thank you, Rob. Well, Governor Josh Stein has announced the release of the 2025 year-end report from the North Carolina Task Force on Child Care and Early Education. The bipartisan task force is co-chaired by Lieutenant Governor Rachel Hunt and State Senator Jim Bergen. The report includes 6 recommendations. It's designed to expand child care access and reduce costs for families statewide. The task force was created in March of 2025 and held meetings throughout the year welcoming experts from across the state. Those discussions focused on funding and financing for child care, pay and support for child care workers, access to public employees, military families, and communities recovering from natural disasters. Members also examined ongoing shortages in child care availability and trends impacting the child care workforce. Recommendations outlined in the report include establishing statewide minimum reimbursement rate for child care subsidies, offering additional non-salary benefits to child care professionals, and forming partnerships with universities, community colleges, and K-12 schools. The task force also explored subsidized or free child care options for child care teachers and the possible creation of statewide child care endowment. This year, task force work groups began developing action plans to move those recommendations forward. Future meetings focused on the cost and supply of child care, ways to use existing funding more effectively, and successful child care programs involving private employers and public-private partnerships. Task force leaders are encouraging lawmakers to prioritize child care and early education funding as the General Assembly returns to Raleigh for the legislative session. State officials say improving child care access could help support working families and strengthen North Carolina's economy. I'm David Cedrone for WHKY News.
Thanks, David. Ariana Mack is next with details on a high financial reporting honor won by the City of Hickory.
That's correct, Rob. The City of Hickory received its 3rd consecutive Triple Crown Award from the Government Finance Officers Association of the United States and Canada for the fiscal year 2023-24. GFOA's Triple Crown is a prestigious award recognizing governments that have received GFOA's Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting, Popular Annual Financial Reporting Award, and the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award. This is the City of Hickory's 30th consecutive year of receiving the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award and the 29th consecutive year of receiving the Annual Comprehensive Financial Report Award. These honors reflect the exceptional work of our finance team and the city's strong commitment to transparency and accounting excellence, said Hickory Finance Director Carrie Dunlap. I'm proud of the dedication our staff shows every day. We also value the support from city leadership and collaboration across all departments to maintain financial excellence for Hickory. The GFOA Awards were presented to the City of Hickory finance team during the Hickory City Council meeting on Tuesday, January 20th. Reporting for WHKY, I'm Ariana Mack.
Thanks, Ariana. The Alexander County Board of Elections will conduct logic and accuracy testing of all voting equipment that will be used in the March 3rd primary election. The testing will begin Friday at 9 a.m. at the Emergency Services Building. That's at 75 First Street Southwest in Taylorsville. That wraps up Community Focus and the WHKY News today. Remember, you can get all of the latest news and sports 24/7 at our website, WHKY.com. You can also go there for storm updates. We also have local news and sports 7 days a week on our sister station, WHKY Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM, and streaming on multiple platforms and at our website. Thank you for joining us. On behalf of Ariana Mack, David Cedrone, Jason Savage, and Scott Riley, I'm Rob Eastwood, and from Hickory, this is the WHKY News.